Hello everyone, you're on the channel. It's funny to tears. Today, I've got a story for you that's a real-life comedy of errors, all starting with one single lost shoe. I promise, by the end of this, you'll be checking your own footwear. So picture this. Monday morning, I'm already running late, juggling a coffee, my laptop bag, and what I thought were two matching black loafers. I rush out the door, hop on the bus, and squeeze into a seat. It's a packed ride, you know how it is. People everywhere, bags everywhere. I finally get to my stop, shuffle off the bus, and start walking the last few blocks to my office. It's then that I feel it. A weird breeze on my left foot. I look down and my heart just sinks. My left foot is completely bare. Not just a sock, I mean nothing. Just my pale, sad-looking foot on the gritty city sidewalk. My shoe is gone, vanished, poof. My first thought is, how? How does a grown adult lose a shoe and not notice? I must have looked ridiculous, standing there in the middle of the sidewalk, one shoe on, one shoe off, looking back at the departing bus like it had personally betrayed me. People are walking past, giving me these strange looks, some with pity, some with amusement. I could practically hear their thoughts. Rough morning, huh? So, what do you do in this situation? Do you hop back to the bus stop? Do you just accept your fate as the one-shoed wonder of the financial district? My mind was racing. I retraced my steps, doing this awkward one-footed hop-walk thing. I probably looked like I was practicing some new, very bad dance move. I checked under benches, behind trash cans. No shoe. I called my boss and delivered what has to be the most absurd excuse for being late in history. Hi, yeah, I'm going to be a little late. I seem to have misplaced a shoe. There was this long pause on the other end and then just, what? I had to repeat it. I lost my shoe on the way to work. I think he thought it was a prank. Defeated, I limped into the nearest coffee shop, 1 foot freezing on the cold tile. I ordered another coffee, mostly just to have a legitimate reason to be sitting there and hiding my shoeless foot under the table. I sat there, stewing in my own ridiculousness, scrolling through my phone. I even Googled lost a shoe on the way to work, and turns out it's more common than you'd think, which was only slightly comforting. I thought about my options. Option A, go home and get another pair of shoes. This would make me incredibly late. Option B, buy a new pair of shoes. But where? And would I have to hobble into a shoe store wearing only one shoe? The humiliation was almost too much to bear. Option C, fashion a shoe out of a napkin and some tape from the coffee shop. Okay, maybe not that one. Just as I was about to give up and call it a day, my phone buzzed. It was a message from a friend. She sent me a picture. A single, solitary black loafer, sitting proudly on a bus seat. It was my shoe. Someone on the bus had found it and posted it on a local community group page with the caption, "If you're the Cinderella who left this on the 7 a.m. express, it's waiting for you." Cinderella. Of course, because every story about a lost shoe has to involve Cinderella, except my fairy godmother was a stranger with a smartphone, and my prince was a Facebook group. The post had already blown up. There were dozens of comments. Hope they find their shoe. This is the most Monday thing ever. I saw a guy hopping near 5th and Main. Maybe it's his. That was me. I was the guy hopping near 5th and Main. My 15 minutes of fame had arrived, and it was because I couldn't keep my shoes on. So now I had a new mission. Operation Rescue the Shoe. The person who posted the photo said the bus driver had it at the main depot at the end of the line. So I had to take another bus, shoeless and shameful, all the way across town to the bus depot. Walking into the lost and found office was another level of surreal. It was a treasure trove of forgotten items, umbrellas, hats, a surprising number of single gloves, and there, sitting on the counter like a trophy, was my shoe. The clerk looked at me, looked at my bare foot, and just started laughing. He didn't even ask for ID, he just handed it over. "Had a long night?" he asked, winking. I just nodded. It was easier than explaining the truth. Reuniting my foot with my shoe was one of the most satisfying moments of my life. I've never appreciated a pair of matching shoes more. I sat on a bench outside the depot and just savored the feeling of having both feet properly covered. It was pure bliss. When I finally got to work, almost 3 hours late, my entire office had seen the Facebook post. My desk was decorated with printed out pictures of my lonely shoe on the bus seat. Someone had even left a little plastic tiara on my keyboard. I was officially the office Cinderella. For the rest of the week, every time I walked into a room, someone would ask, "Got both shoes today?" It became the running joke. My boss even suggested I tie them to my ankles from now on. But you know what? It was hilarious. It's one of those stories that's embarrassing at the moment, but gets funnier every time you tell it. It taught me a valuable lesson. Always double check your feet before leaving the house. And maybe, just maybe, invest in shoes with laces. The best part? The story doesn't even end there. A week later, I'm on the same bus and the driver recognizes me. He yells out, "Hey, it's the shoe guy!" The entire bus turned to look at me. I wanted to disappear, but then an older lady patted my arm and said, "Don't worry, honey. Last year I left my teeth on this bus." And suddenly losing a shoe didn't seem so bad after all. So that's the saga of my lost shoe. A tale of public transport, social media, and the kindness of strangers who find it in their hearts to help a modern day, very clumsy Cinderella. It just goes to show you that even on the worst Monday, you can find something to laugh about. And you might even become a minor local celebrity in the process. Have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction this epic? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories so I can feel a little less ridiculous. And if you enjoyed my tale of woe and footwear, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more funny stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with both of my shoes on. Bye!